Well, hello again everyone, and welcome back to the garage on this rather rainy Sunday afternoon. And we've still got this slave cylinder on the Suzuki Intruder to try and sort out. Now, since the last video on this, a few people have asked why did I not hit the kill switch when I couldn't get rid of the drive on the bike because the clutch wouldn't disengage. And yeah, there is a kill switch on the bike. Should have thought of that, shouldn't I? But I didn't. So yeah, that's the answer really. Didn't think of that. Anyhow, let's get on with trying to fix the slave cylinder. So here we are. The slave cylinder has been sort of slowly marinating in some brake cleaner, and you can see, yeah, this horrible manky crustiness here. This seems fairly solid. My manual does say about putting a cable tie across here when you release the slave cylinder from the bike to stop the piston falling out. Well, not really in any danger of falling out. The other thing that my manual makes no mention of at all is rebuilding the slave cylinder. In fact, it says to fit a new unit if there's any problems with it. But it is difficult, I believe, to get hold of these. I've had a little bit of a look around the internet. Seems like you can buy a new one from China, which I'm a little bit dubious of. I'm not sure about that. And I have found, again, some scrapyard parts, some parts off broken up bikes sold as second hand, so that's an option. But I have also found a rebuild kit which claims to be for the VS700, so I'm going to try and get this apart and rebuild it. And the first thing to do is try and get that piston out, so I'm going to try and do that with a little bit of compressed air to start off with. Well, I did have a little bit of trouble there. I couldn't find my little blowgun. I was trying to do it with the tyre inflator, but I managed to find the blowgun in the end, and yeah, popped that out straight away. Well, look how horrible and manky that is in there, look. So I'm going to have a good old clean up of that. And it does look, actually, doesn't it, as if that seal will go in there. I've got a new spring to match. Not sure what that bit is. It doesn't seem to match up with anything I've got there, but we'll give it a go. I think that goes on there like that, doesn't it? Yeah, lovely. So, clean up time. So I think, as you can see, the piston seems in pretty good condition. I think that's definitely reusable. The actual cylinder does have some, well, I guess that's corrosion, and very, very light corrosion on the sort of this edge of it. That's sort of the outer. Where's the inner? Because it's on the inner side of the bike, but the outer side, oh, I don't know. Anyway, it's this bit that's got some corrosion on it. So I think what I'm going to do is just touch that very, very carefully with some 1500 grit paper. I don't think it's really pitted, but it does need something, I feel. So yeah, I really want to get this cylinder into a reusable state because, yeah, finances don't necessarily permit throwing lots of parts, new parts at this bike at the moment, so need to try and make what I've got serviceable. So let's give that a go, just with that little bit of 1500 grit paper. Now, if you watched our previous video, you'll remember that someone's been here before me, and the bleed screw on this is completely mullered. It seems to be seized, and yeah, it's properly rounded off So yeah, what a mess. Anyhow, let's see if we can get that out with a bit of plus gas and a bit of jamming it in the vise. Ooh, running low on plus gas. I'll have to stock up with some more. I think I might have another tin on the bench here somewhere. Oh, that's properly stuck in there. We might have to get a bit of heat on this, you know. Well folks, it's never easy, is it? That is properly stuck in there. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and get it in the vise, maybe with some rag just to protect the edges of it, and do it the other way, maybe get some mold grips on that thing and try and, on that bleed screw, and try and turn it out, perhaps a little bit more heat. I think this is one where we just have to be persistent. Wow, this is absolutely, completely stuck in there, isn't it? I'm going to try something which has got me out of similar holes before. I've taken my smaller bench vise off. I'm going to try and clamp it on there and maybe tap it round a little bit. We'll see how we get on with that. Okay, well that did the trick, but it does leave us with a problem. We need to replace this bleed nipple. It's not really any good to put back in. It's absolutely mullered. Weirdly, doesn't seem to have a proper hole in the base of it for it to work as a bleed nipple. I'll show you what I mean. There's absolutely nothing there. Looks anything like a hole. Weird. So anyway, I've had a look in my magical cupboard of bits and pieces, and do have plenty of banjo bolt washers, but I don't have any bleed screws, and There's no such thing, I don't think, really, as a standard bleed screw. They're all different threads and sort of pitches of thread. This, I think, is a 7mm thread, but it's not 7x1. I've tried a 7x1 tap in the hole and that binds up. So yeah, I'm not actually sure if I'm going to be able to get hold of another one of these. Maybe I'll have to take it into a Suzuki dealer and see if they can get me one, or I'll have to have a little bit more of a look round online. But I think, unfortunately, yet again, that's as far as I can get today without finding another bleed screw. It's pointless carrying on rebuilding this cylinder if I can't find a bleed screw for it. So that's the next job, and yeah, I think that's unfortunately where we're going to have to leave it. So thank you for joining me again in the garage, and we'll see you again soon when we carry on with this, hopefully with a new bleed screw.